Well, we're learning Lushootseed right now, so you gotta listen. You gotta listen.
We're speaking their language?
No, we're speaking sauk-suiattle language. So, okay. Sorry, James.
Oh, no, it's fine. So, what do I have in store for you today? Let's get with your welcome phrases. Thank you phrases. So, the common usage for your welcome is whole cha.
Whole cha.
Whole cha.
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 Yeah, cha. This part right here, the X wedge, or the X raised W, you round your lips and you'll blow out like you're exhausted.
Yep. Cha.
So chud is me, cha is you. Right? We've been saying a lot of chud phrases. This is the cha phrase. Hole, like a hole in the floor or a hole in the pavement. You just go hole.
Whole.
Whole cha.
Whole cha. Cha.
Means you're welcome, but it quite literally means forget about it. Whole cha. It was nothing. You know, kind of that. Just forget it, you know.
Whole cha.
Yeah. Esbali.
Espali.
The C at the end makes a TS sound. Esbalits.
Espalix.
Die hot. Really good. Eslobil.
Escobil.
So this is a harder one to say. Is this part right here makes that. This one, this is your teeth. This would be your tongue. You put your tongue right behind your teeth. You'll blow out sideways, and you'll make. Right? Go ahead and.
Spill.
So let's just go on. Yeah, let's focus it on that. Tongue placement. The tongue gets right behind the teeth, and you blow out the sides. Not normal for Americans to use at all. And then to make that sound, you'd want to do the same thing with the hair, but you cut off the air. You insert a little bit of air, then shut it off.
Go.
Yeah, and then S low bill.
Bill.
That means good, fine, okay. Yeah, that's no bill.
Golcha.
Whole cha.
Whole cha.
So you kind of want to have it vibrate right here. Whole cha.
Cha. Cha. Cha.
Awesome.
Mommy, I forgot what you.
So this part is batlichi.
Balichi.
This is actually to hold your palms up, palms facing you. This is actually just the name of the gesture. But the gesture is to say, I thank you, or thank you. Yeah, Bali.
Balitsi.
Batalichi.
Bachalichi.
Matsu.
Yep. Bachalichi. Ouch. Hold hands, palm up.
Hold your palms up in thankful gesture.
Bachalichi.
You'll see on totem poles people holding their hands up like this. This is just what they're doing. They're saying thank you. It's our thank you. It's our thank you gesture. Batlachi. So normally they don't say this word when they do it. It's just normally just that's what they do, and that's just the name of what it does. There's a quadid.
Quinid. Quinid.
What?
Ow.
Quad.
Quad.
Quad E.
Quad E.
D.
D. Quaddy. Quaddy.
So this one is 2 I's equal 2 E's. So you're pretty much saying E. Quad
E. E. Y E E.
Quad E.
Quad E.
Quadid.
Quaid.
That's just a normal thank you for something, something of an action or something that has happened or transpired. You're thanking them with that.
I'm so scratchy.
Da.
Yeah. Next one is da.
Da.
Yeah. Da.
Well, now it puts a new meaning to duh.
So it's thankful for food or a gift or a drink. So somebody hands you a drink, you'd say da, and then
Da. Da. Da.
Oh, anything.
this is the one my
Ouch.
phrase is tigweed.
Tigwig.
Well, I added
Wig.
suffix. The D suffix is possessive suffix. This is prayerful. I am praying. Prayerful. Thank you. And then when this happens, this gets taken. T. So the T, I'm not saying correctly. It should be tigweed. You'd, yeah. A big
T.
T.
Wait.
Wig.
You'd go instead of t. Let's put that down.
Now what then? Oh. Bell.
So anything you stick inside these is you don't say.
I want this one. I want my glasses.
So this is primarily what you would say when you do prayers and speeches and such like. Not this my go-to. Thank you. This one is another thank you. We have many forms of saying thank you. I believe, I can't be mistaken, in the dictionary, this is also another gift of food or gift. Is chocolate. Oh, no, wait, not chocolate. 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 Wow.
Mama, where is my new shoes?
Chocolate. Chocolate.
Chocolate.
So the C is a TS. So this equals a TS.
Mama, where's my new shoes? That's we got five.
What?
So you say K, right? But because it has around your lips, and because it has this little labulized, chocolate. Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah. Well, that's perfect right now. We'll do looking at in a later time. So this one is Holly Doob Shop. Holly Doob Shop.
Show. Ali Dubs.
Holly. So anytime you add this dotted question mark, you cut your air off. So instead of it being two E's, it would be E, right? But you put that question mark, you cut it in half. E. E. So Holly
Ali
Doob
Dub.
Shop.
Shop.
Or shop. Yeah, shop. Holly Doob Shop.
Ali Dub. Shop.
Particularly for food. So if somebody hands you food, you would want to say this one over anything else.
Ali Dub. Shop.
S. All lead. So S.
S.
S. S. Up.
S.
All lead.
Oblid.
That is the one I would primarily use second instead of Tigrichud. I would say this one. It's another universal thank you that goes over food and drink and an action of somebody gives you something. So this is the one that everybody uses is daha doobj.
Daha beach.
Da
Da.
ha
Ha.
doobj.
Boots. Boots. Dupes.
The S is S wedge. SH. Daha doobj.
Daha dupes.
Yeah. A. The A is yes.
Hey.
So this one, most everybody uses this, but it is also for gift of food or gift of drink. Culturally, you know, someone hands you a cup, you'd say "Dahaduj." So another cultural aspect here is that do you guys remember Zootopia?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the sloth?
Yeah.
He says things really slow in Zootopia.
Yes.
To say it correctly, you'd say da ha do. The slower you are, the more of a higher class of person you are. The quicker you talk, the lower class you are. Some weird etiquette that came into place with the language that way. I don't know.
Da.
Doobj.
Dupes.
Yeah. On to the next one. Something that not everybody did today. What did you buy? So this one, there is a sauk-suiattle used, and then a southern, northern, what everybody else used. I'm going to teach both just because, why not? Stab.
Dog.
This equals what? Right?
Mm-hmm. Stop.
Because we don't say this part. It's just in this purpose, it is in the state of not knowing. Right? So qui by itself, right? This is what it would normally be put at, but because we're in a sentence, the I gets silent. Qui is the state of not knowing. Right?
Stop. Qui. Ads.
And it's connected here, but odd is your.
Odd.
Odd. You're odd. Right. Bod joke. Okay, bod joke is, dad joke. No. Okay. Fine. So S by itself, right? Separate that out. Is a nominalizer. All right. Wait 10 seconds. I might have spelled it right. Okay, so a nominalizer is you turn an action into a noun, right? So you turn the action of run, right? And you give somebody running, and they're running for you. They become the runner, right? In English. That's what this does. So this conjoins all of this into one. It was all split up, now it's all together. To where it says quads.
Wow.
Yeah, just like those four-wheeled fun toys that people were riding around on, and it has a little button here for putting gas in it. Quads.
Sub quads.
Oh,
Oh.
tog.
How? What?
Yeah. So anything with this raised W right here, you round your lips and you blow out. Gwa, 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 gwa. Okay. Just round your lips and and the T is a shorter T instead of going. Tog,
Hahua.
tog,
Hagua.
tog.
Tug.
Yeah. So Altia,
Altia. Altia.
Altia, Slach. So this one is a X wedge. You kind of go. Hail.
Here, we're gonna do this check.
Now on to the more commonly used one. So Slachel is the day or today. And then Altia. Altia.
Altia.
Is particular.
I'm working on it. Sorry.
I think I'm going to kick one of you two out. It's a weird echo. You're going in the way, Norm. All right. So stop quads. O togsh. Altia Sachel.
Stop quads. Alts.
That was quads. O togsh. Altia Sachel. So stop quads. O togsh. Altia Sachel. So another interesting thing about Lushootseed, how we ask questions in English. How are you? Right? The intonation, because this is what this is called, intonation. It goes, how are you? Right? But in Lushootseed, it goes, sauk-suiattle. It goes opposite. See? English Lushootseed. Yeah. So you'd go, sauk-suiattle. When asking a question. Those intonations anyway. Could be stop quads, oh talk, all fail. This part is optional to say. Because Lushootseed is a contextual language. So context is the what we're talking about in context, right? How we perceive context in English language is different than what we would see context in Lushootseed. We would actually say particular words to say that it's happening either now or later, or it was in the past. Lushootseed has no concept of time. It's either in the action of doing, done. That's it. So context, you could say, just say stop quadzo taush. Stop
Stop.
taush.
Wow. Oh, togs.
So this is only done for particularly time and day when it's done. Sorry, my son's being cute. He's distracted. Okay. Just like, stop quadzo talks. What did you buy? Right? So, again, Lushootseed is specific for sauk-suiattle and then general Lushootseed. So, o tau
Oh, tog.
chud
Chud.
t.
T.
O taush
Oh, togs.
chud t.
Chud T.
Ashin.
Hey.
So the S is just an S that you would sound, but because it has the cut air off, it's not right. It's cut your air off. This is that part where I had you say right, where I had you practice the. It's called Bardell. Ed.
Dead.
Ed.
Head.
Ed.
Ed.
Hot. Good. So, o togs chud t ashen. So this is one sentence. This would be put up here. Everybody's favorite. Otog chud tea koopy.
Goopy.
Hey, koopy. Need that in the morning. Or now.
Or no.
Otog chud tea koopy.
Oh, touch. Goopy.
I bought coffee. Could be I am
Koopy.
buying coffee. I mean, depends on context on whether if we're just sitting at a coffee shop and, hey, what did you buy today? Well, I'm buying coffee. No. Depends on context. So, otog chud tea sko. Otog chud tea sko.
Otachi. Chud. Tea.
Sko.
Go.
Wow.
Go.
Yeah. So make sure you wash your hands when I'm doing this one. You say key, right? Key. Now, this is the gross part. You just grab your finger and go key. Go until it makes that sound.
Go. Go. Ka. Ko. Kwa.
Hey, die hot on that kokwa. Just add this.
Ka.
Die fuck. So in tenses in this time, we just imported language. Kerosene is kerosene oil. That is the first oil we were introduced. And in the dictionary, when you look up gas, you'll see kerosene oil, and that's the closest we got. So kerosene is kerosene, gasoline, motor oil, anything that has to do with that stuff, right?
Caliseed.
Caliseed. Otog chud tea caliseed.
Come on.
Otog chud tea caliseed.
Chud. Caliseed.
Die fuck. Say it, Dot. You can jump in here anytime.
Caracito?
Eh,
Hey, Dad.
This is why we were on mute.
Yeah, I know.
eh. So otog chud tea coot.
Coot.
Otog.
Otog. Careful.
Coot.
Don't you.
Guys can buy skirts. It's just not for ourselves.
Shh. We have to be quiet.
So otog chud tea coot.
Otog. Try it. Otogs.
Don't have them say coot.
Coot.
No. Have them say lalabats. So alabats is just the general term for clothing in all of like clothes. Your shirt, your undershirt, your jacket, your hat, pants, belt. It's just encompasses all of it, but we can itemize it out. Right? It's gonna be awesome. So otog chud ti lalabats.
Ototsi ta salabats.
Die fat. Otog chud ti lalabats.
Salabak.
So all
All
ats.
ats.
Lalabats.
Lalabox.
Die hat. And here's the breakdown of the sentences. Stab is what. Qui is state of not knowing. Odd is your. The S is a nominalizer. Otogd or togsh is buying. And then altia is on this particular or on this. And then slachel is day.
Lahiel. Lahiel.
Slachel.
Kill.
So eyes are tricky because you can say E, slachel, or you could say A, slachel.
Kill.
And anywhere in between. It doesn't have to be just those particular. It's EA. EA. Complicated language. Don't you love it? And that's the same way with the U's. The U's could be oo or it could be O. Ooh. Oh. Anywhere in those sounds. Lushootseed is a native language. There are no nouns. There are some proper nouns, like names, but primarily it either mimics what it's doing or it's mimicking what it sounds like. So the crow, as you can hear, it goes ka 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 ka, right? In Lushootseed, it's ka ka, and that's crow.
How much do I put?
Just a little bit.
Do I put it on the bottom or the top? If I
On the
put
bottom.
the liquid first? This
So-
first?
Mimics either what the animal or thing sounds like, or it mimics the action on the sounds on what it sounds like. So a word for river is toluk. River going over water, and you go out to a brook or some water, and you'll hear the water go toluk, 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 down the river. You'll actually hear that. And then if you go to an ocean, when the water comes up on shore, it goes. And thus the word for ocean came to be. Non-drinkable ocean water, salt water.
Ouch.
So, in
What?
how everything goes, the word for the little word sloop comes into three things. With you got your sloop, right? Sloop is the word for spoon. It's the noun, or it's the sound on when you put your spoon into soup. It goes sloop, sloop. Now the word for soup is sloot, sloot. And the word to slurp is sloop, sloop, sloop. So sloop is soup, and sloot is slurp. Right? Again, it's all based on the aspect of the language. So sloot, sloop, and sloot. Okay? Very mimictive language. You cannot say this stuff wrong. You can say it so we don't understand, and you'll have to repeat yourself. But that's at the worst. So don't be afraid to say it. I don't know if I want to go through all of this because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages worth of buying stuff. Let's just try to focus in on the ones that can. Except for you, say that you're gonna need to start learning these nouns and verbs. She's taken my class before, and she already knows coot and lollipops and yeah. all
Coot?
that. Yep.
I do. Stop.
And just try to use it, right?
Sorry, we're trying to keep the computer away from the kids.
Oh, that's fine.
But she's got an advantage. She lives with you.
Yeah, well, I can get over this once you get used to it and I start hearing you say this up here correctly, and then we'll get into this. These are going to be in books that hopefully, if I can get your guys' addresses, I can mail these completed books out. And then we could go over them in class. And then I'll have a section where you can just input the stuff that you want to say later, not right now. But we'll do that in a later time.
Bill's
Are we going to be able to get the noun and verb list to be able to just study it?
Yes. Maybe if you guys send me your mailing address, I can print out these 8 pages of nouns and verbs. So, and then Cross, I'm just gonna give you a copy of this stuff because you live with me. But there are.
I go see you. Daddy, I go see you.
There are made-up words in here that, like this one, it is not.
Okay, no mute.
So it's Opes. Opes is a ball game. So when they would say ball game way back in the days of the early years, Opes was baseball. So I put alt on there to say baseball place. It's a place of baseball, which turns this into ball game tickets. Just stuff. And then you could say Otawalek is that I'm going to go by on purpose. The quab shut, right? Tawalek T. Close. No, I'm gonna go on purpose to go by close. There is a way to say, oh, I was asked for and I looked at it and I said I'm getting that. And I didn't have intention on buying it, but I bought it anyway. There is a way to say that in the language. But that is for a later date. Because then you have this word verbiage of intent and non-intent happening here, and that will eat up a lot of our time. Just get good, let's see. And this one is sauk-suiattle. Like by means of movie picturing. I just use that for movie tickets.
I have to put kids to bed, so I'm gonna say hoi.
Oi.
Oi.
We do have a word for glitter.
Glitter.
Yeah, there's a word. This was actually found in the dictionary, not like airline tickets, because we didn't have airline tickets. The glitter was actually in there. So the grease, butter, oil, this oil is the ingestion oil, not like the car oil or the other oil. It's plus. Or lard. The word for gum is actually in there too.
Wow.
Bread is a hardtack.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty interesting cracker there. La Biscuit.
But biscuit.
I know it as pilot bread.
Fire, but I'm not. Yep. I do, yeah.
I don't know how many people would actually buy a cedar ladder nowadays, but there is a word for it. This is actually a word for wax, and I just put kelp in front of it, and it became car wax. And here's the root word for money is tala.
Tall.
Yeah, tala. For weird reasons, there's a word for outboard motor. I was all like, okay, that needs to be on there. The word for mountain climbing gear, I just conjectured climbing gear and just made it a word.
Context right in the United States.
This sewing needle is actually a bone, but it's what we use to sew with, so it became a sewing needle. The word nibble was actually what a fish would do to a thing, to a bait. They just nibbled it and they didn't bite it.
Mhm.
But, you know, it's usual. This is actually the word for perfume, but because how we are, what we are, cologne and perfume are the same action. You're using it for the same intent, is to smell nice. So it both levels out to be cologne and perfume are the same word. And there was no parking tickets back in the day. But, you know, just compounding words and, you know, joining them together. Payment is a swashub. To pay somebody, it's tush.
Tush. Tush.
Court fees, I consider as a bill or even bonds, is guahali.
Kohalik.
Bills, right? Guahalik. You just go through your mail, guahalik, guahalik, guahalik. You know.
What did you just say?
Broccoli.
I don't know if April's getting this stuff.
That is completely fine. Very
She says things to me. I don't know what she's saying. Don't teach her any swear words, and I really won't know.
And then, you know, the throwaway mails just is garbage. Come into you just throw it away. It's not actual mail. It's not bill or anything. Do you have word for nails? This nail is actually the hammer and nail thing. So how the word for pen or pencil comes into place, suf is by means of an action of doing, right? Khal. Suf khal. So khal is you mark something, right? You just mark.
Oh.
Sauk-suiattle.
Oh.
Again, goes over instead of what the language is mimicking versus what you're doing. Very mimicative language. You can't say it wrong. You can just get to repeat yourself until you say it right. Sauk-suiattle.
Sauk-suiattle.
Now, there's also another word for writing utensil. Halt-ud. Halt-ud.
Mama, I was just gonna get a spot.
So this is another word made up. This is actually songs, or a song that you're hearing is sauk-suiattle. iHeartRadio, XM, all your good stuff. Spotify, sauk-suiattle.
Sauk-suiattle.
This one you'd say guat, I, sauk-suiattle. Who's singing on the radio? So the French word for plate is l'assiette.
Quite.
L'assiette.
Quite.
Yeah, l'assiette. French word. This is where we get into, we inserted French words along with some Lushootseed stuff like la table or table.
To boot.
La table is actually the word in French for table. So just like l'assiette is the French word for plate, we used it as plate and platter. There's another word, is flach. Flach. Yeah, flach. Oh, and then pregnancy test. This is a word that I also made up, but Z is actually having being pregnant. Kui Hali. It's just testing for pregnancy, right? Just makes sense. Just combine the word, use it. Yid is a present.
Read.
And then stab see. Stab see. What is the price? So see. So this one is definitely hard to say. All see.
See.
See. Oh.
Charles.
So in Lushootseed, you can just do this part right here, and this makes it a question. I'll see O, and this turns this into what is the price? Right?
Hutch. C-O. Hutch. C-O.
What is the price? And now we're about 2 minutes after the hour. I better let you guys go. Boy, chuff, shoot, beatsy, hotch quaza, slobs boot. Hopefully you guys had fun. It was quick for me.
Fun.
Went by fast. Chakma. Oi.
Boy.